Our Kwaba SI Ediban News Review, Nimdia News, always the best news in town. In Semi Brunana, say Koso Ebio, Ewo Ghana, Amai Muhammad Kacho say for politics and governance, dear. Odi Nimdia News are nowadays. Asem. We bring you all news and Ebio Sono Yedi AC, Amai want also in Answer Brown, and Musa to Miakabi. Yentian Simbia, AC, whom baby as Susan at the bottom, and so Ebefa. Ghana had politics is about NPP, NDC, and all other political parties are a trenchia waha. And now what in some say, which now what in some say, now in some be essay. I'm a per se, ye betie a 9.4 second comedian who anum. Ye betie in some no about ye we are near the adventure and so about. Press out the comment. Everybody said a baby to me, Unia King and so dear man before that, no so no subscribe to your channel, no. Name the news, and some all other relevant news if a politics from our Ghana. Yentin see me emergency, na press out the adventure and so ever to ya. Yentimra, Yaba de Rubia near Masaka.
The Asawase community in Kumasi recorded 2 tragic incidents last week, raising serious concerns about safety and security in the Ashanti region. The wave of violence began with the assassination of Abdul Malik Azimbi, the Kusasi chief of the Ashanti region, who was brutally gunned down at his home near the Asawase F-line community. A couple of days later, another shooting occurred where an unidentified man was targeted by gunmen on a motorbike. Ashanti Regional Police Commander DCOP Emmanuel Taikujo insists the crime is part of challenges the security services have had to deal with. He urged media cooperation and public vigilance as he assured of the police's commitment to restoring normalcy.
To deliver what you brought here, I would want to touch a little bit on what happened in Asawase and across the region. We urge the media to be circumspect in their reportage. These may be trying moments for the nation. However, it is not something that we've not been through or we're not skilled before. And we believe strongly that with the support of the media, the security setup is quite on top to clear this hurdle. So we want to assure all citizens to feel safe. And the most important thing is that whatever you see, you draw the attention of the security organization. We are dedicated to ensure that everything returns to normalcy in the near future. On this note, I welcome you to the police headquarters.
Meanwhile, President of the Ghana Journalists Association, Albert Kwabena Jumfor, noted the seeming tension within the country is a test of police resilience. He condemned the killings at Asawase and indicated the GJA's interest in how the police tackle the situation.
It's raised a lot of concerns and fear. We in Accra, some section or school of thought felt that it's an escalation of the Boko conflict that which we are witnessing in Asawase. I'm with much confidence that you, together with your new deputy, you are in the good position to bring calm, to restore order in the area. Just as we've mentioned, it's very unfortunate that 4 months in office, this is a test case. So it is only fair that once we are here, we run it by you, know that we are watching keenly as to how the security is going to restore order and calm. I know the police can bring it down. We don't want to witness under Boko in the Ashanti region.
For Joy News, my name is Clinton Yeboah.
Well, let's do more on that particular story by bringing in DSP Godwin Ahiayo. He is PRO for the Ashanti Regional Police. Grateful to you, sir, for joining us here. Now, I mean, we understood that from what we hear, you've been able to narrow down what happened in Asawase area to a suspect. Is that what it is? DSP, kindly unmute so we can hear what you're telling us here.
Give me a minute.
Oh, it's not okay. I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying that I'm just use the opportunity to say a very good morning to your cherished viewers, and I also mention that the Ashanti Regional Police Command extend greetings to your cherished viewers.
Okay.
So far, I must say that we haven't made any arrest in respect of the unfortunate shooting incident that happened a couple of days ago in the Asawase area.
Yeah.
But I must say security is very tense, and our men are on the ground ensuring that there is absolute peace and safety within the Asawase community.
But so far, what has been the development on that? Have you identified people? Because that's what we learned, that some suspect have been identified as being the lead for what happened.
I must say, so far, our intel tells us that the individual that shot the chief on Wednesday is the same person who perpetrated the same crime on Friday. So we are on the heels of that individual. We are taking gathering our intel, and pretty soon, I'm sure we'll be able to get those perpetrators and bring them to justice.
So now, one individual committed these two crimes. Is suspected to have committed these two crimes.
Yes. Per our analysis we've done so far, the intel we have gathered and all that, we suspect that it's one particular person who actually shot those two victims.
You then probably might or do know what could have led him or her to do what he or she did.
But now we will not be able to tell. Why am I saying so? I'm saying so because the suspect has not been arrested. For that matter, we will not be able to know the motive behind the shooting.
Okay. But is your intel also pointing you to where this suspect could be?
For now, no, but our men are on the ground, our PID men are on the ground picking intel and all that. So, as I indicated earlier, I'm sure pretty soon, crimes, when they are committed, it takes a matter of time to be able to apprehend the perpetrators and bring them to justice. I can assure the good people of Kumasi and Asawase and its enclave that our men are working assiduously to be able to get these persons who perpetrated this heinous crime.
But since the issues, what has been the security situation in Asawase particularly and in the Ashanti region by extension?
Thank you very much for asking. Yes, we remember when the incident happened, RESEC, headed by the Honorable Minister Dr. Frank Amwakohene, issued a statement, and they came out with some directives, and the police is enforcing. I must say the security agencies on the ground are enforcing these directives. Remember, they mentioned that there shouldn't be any motorbike operation which is to be permitted on the road between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. Meaning in Kumasi, larger part of Kumasi and then the greater Kumasi, no one is supposed to, irrespective of whoever you are, you're not supposed to ride on a motorbike from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m., which we are enforcing. We talk about motor riders who carry passengers, or that is pillion riders. It is also not allowed in the Asawase area. More so, people are not supposed to wear jackets, smokes, or three-piece outfits. All these things have been banned currently. So people are not allowed to ride on motorbike wearing these outfits. Unregistered or unlicensed motorbikes are also strictly prohibited in the Ashanti region. And also, commuters who carry any weapon, whether licensed or unlicensed, in their vehicles or motorbikes are advised to leave them home, because when we get you, your weapon will be confiscated. So these are the measures. More so, our checkpoints have been increased. So if you come to Kumasi and then enter Asawase community, you realize that most of our men are on the road. You look every 50 meters from a road intersection, we see police and military men mounted a snap check, ensuring that we search thoroughly vehicles and motorbikes that pass by. And then this is being done 24 hours in a day. So this is what the security measures are. And now let me also continue and say that the Inspector General of Police and the members of Police Management Board visited Kumasi on Saturday for fact-finding visit. This he did that from morning to the next morning on Sunday before he left Kumasi, meaning he was also on the ground for 24 hours patrolling to ensure that there is absolutely peace in the Asawase enclave. So, bro, if you ask, this is exactly what we are doing in our region.
Okay, quite an incredible effort being put in there to ensure that this things that don't escalate. But what is your confidence in ensuring in this strategies you've put in place, or what's your confidence in them in preventing reprisals? We know that when these things happen, the tendency for the other side to also, retaliate is there. What's the confidence level?
That is why I'm saying that for now, we don't know the motive behind the shooting. So would you be able to link it to any conflict whatsoever?
Yes.
However,
no, I'm not even talking about a conflict, but I'm looking at...
So reprisal, you mentioned reprisal attack, so we don't know who is behind the shooting.
Okay.
But the command of RESIC is calling for calm. The Inspector General of Police, when he visited the region, is calling for calm.
Okay.
We are all calling for calm. Whoever is behind this, we pray and hope that we'll get the perpetrator arrested. When after arresting him, that is where we will know as to whether it is linked to any conflict or whatsoever. But for now, we are just calling for calm and asking people. We also thank the chiefs and the elders of Asawase and the various chiefs in the communities who are talking to their people to calm down, because we don't know until those perpetrators are arrested. We should be able to calm our men down. So once again, we are just calling for calm. We are just assuring the public and also asking them to assist us. Whoever has any information in respect of any crime should just come to the regional commander, walk straight to the commander's office or the deputy or the crime officer, share the information, and we'll work with it. And I can assure them that we'll one day get to the bottom of this matter.
Okay, DSP, do stay with me. Let me bring in Dr. Victor Doke. He is a security analyst and a lecturer at the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center. Doc, you've listened to the Ashanti Regional PRO of the police command there. With all that they've put in place to ensure that they deal with the happenings in Asawase, the fact that they've even now traced the suspect to an individual that they are pursuing, what do you make of all of that, the effort by the police in trying to resolve the issues in Asawase? Doc, you might want to unmute so we hear what you're telling us. Hello, Dr. Doke, do I still have you? Okay. Dr. Victor Doke would be joining us here for us to review this. Okay, Doc, yeah, so I was asking what you do make of the effort by the Ashanti Regional Police Command and the security services, because he mentioned that the military is also involved here to try to, stem the tide with regards to what happened in Asawase.
So good morning to you, DKB, and good morning, DSP. I think excessively they have put in measures, what I would call, direct prevention, which is to, deal with any imminent and threats that they face now, which is these criminal elements. So extensively they have put in place, men there, the snap checks, the embargoes on motor riding, and then wearing of specific clothing and all of that. So excessively it is good. I would wish that they would also invest more and enforce the aspect of community policing, where you have a roadmap where the youth in the community, the women in the community, the opinion leaders will now be roped in. And then with regards to that, when that is done, you will see very comprehensive collaboration between the community and the police themselves. So I think this is one thing going forward that we should look at. We should, put more resources in that regard. I know this current police administration is doing very well with regards to community policing, but I think in these areas where they are, they've been labeled as flashpoints for violence activities and all of that, the concentration should be more than it is in other areas. So I think that's one area they need to really look at and invest more.
But aren't they dealing with that with the snap checkpoints that they've erected in the community? He says after every 50 meters there is a snap checkpoint.
Yeah, the snap checks are good. Now, when you talk about the snap checks, is it short, medium, long term? Snap checks are usually for short term purposes. Now, for the mid to long term, that is why you need a robust mechanism like the policing community. Okay, so it is just about expanding the community policing to now get to areas such as this and involve more of the community members themselves. So snap checks are good, but in my opinion, snap checks are for short term purposes. On the mid to long term, you need a very stable and continuous mechanism to do that, to check all these things.
As they pursue the suspect, because I mean they've done an incredible job of identifying, a certain suspect in all of this. What must they do to ensure that they are able to, complete this process they've started on the right note?
One, with regards to the suspect that they have identified, it's in good direction. The only thing now is to proceed and then apprehend him or her, and then process investigations will be expanding to get to know their accomplices. Now, what it is now is ideally they have been able to come into contact with the various community heads and the various youth leaders in these areas where the crimes were committed. So ideally, they have statements from these youths, they have statements from these opinion leaders, and they have a wide range of names that they will work with. So I would think they would call on all those names, make arrests on all these names that have been provided, and then see how each of them connect to the various crimes. So going forward, I think what we need to do is more collaboration with these community